Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be unboxing my BOXYCHARM, and if you're excited to see what I got in my box this month, then just keep watching. So we got a Detox activated a charcoal mask in, or at least I did, in this month's box. So I went ahead and applied it to my face, and I figured while I have it, doing its thing, we can go over everything that's in the box. So let's just start out with this Cosmedix Detox Activated Charcoal Mask. So you just apply it to clean, damp skin, massage in circular motions, and leave on skin for 10 to 15 minutes, and then gently rinse with warm water and pat dry. Follow with serums and moisturizers. Can be used up to 3 times per week or as tolerated. I'm usually not big on like this kind of like masks. I'd rather just like throw a sheet mask on. And I don't think I've ever tried a detoxing one, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So tis the season, anyways, so this little thing here retails for $30, and it detoxifies your pores from daily grime with Cosmedix activated charcoal mask. So it improves the brightness of your skin, while the activated charcoal and kaolin clay draw out dirt and impurities from your pores. So I mean, I can only tell you how it feels when I remove it. I can't really, tell you if it did much of a difference. So hopefully I can remember to continue to use this, and hopefully update you guys, later on, in a couple of months, and see if it really, does anything. So next up we have this pretty Vulgar, what is this? Translucent setting powder, the Powder Room Matte About It. So this is a matte translucent loose setting powder. It comes with a little pink puff. That's cute. I've tried a couple things from Pretty Vulgar, and it's mainly just because of it coming in BOXYCHARM, and I hear Casey Holmes, I believe, rave about this one, so I'm pretty excited we got this in the box, and it retails for $32. So this weightless skin smoothing translucent setting powder locks your makeup into place while enhancing the look of your foundation. The soft puff applicator delivers the right amount of powder, blurring and filling fine lines and minimizing the appearance of pores. This specifically formulated powder absorbs excess oils and reduces shine, leaving behind a soft matte finish. So I think this is probably geared more toward people with oily skin. So if you have more super dry skin, then I don't think this is something you might like. I think maybe your normal or combo, then you could potentially like it, but I think it seems more derived for those with oily skin. So I'm curious to see how this will work on my skin. When it's this kind of weather outside and it's getting colder, and it just really sucks out the moisture of my face, so I'm a lot more drier in the wintertime. So typically I try to stay away from mattifying things, but I'm still interested to see how this goes. I've been really liking the collab translucent setting powder, so I want to see how well those kind of differ from each other. And then next up we have this Tart Tartiest Shimmering Lip Paint in Insta Famous. And I'm not a big fan of their lip paints, so I've never tried their shimmery ones, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's really, really pretty. I just don't know, again, I don't know how well it's going to look on the lips until we try it out. But it retails for $20, and it's a sheer lip gloss infused with shimmering glitter and delivers a luscious, multi-dimensional, and high shine finish. The reflective glitter gloss can stand alone or as a lip topper, giving your lips a fuller look. The sunflower seed wax and mineral pigments coat, soothe, and soften the lips. So I'm just not a big fan of glitter. I don't know what it is, but it's just, I don't know. So, and I usually tend to stay away from stuff that has glitter in it, so I'm pretty curious to see how this looks on the lips. And then next up we have this Bodyography lip pencil in Heatherberry, I think is what it's called. This, it looks kind of like a brownish, like nudie, like brownish pink nudie color, which I definitely need more lip pencils, so I'm glad I got this in the box. I'm pretty sure we get some stuff from this brand in the box too, but it retails for $12. It's vegan, cruelty free, rich antioxidant infused with coconut oil and vitamin E. The smooth yet long-wearing formula glides on effortlessly, delivering durable pigment that can frame, fill in, and define the lips. So the only thing about lip pencils for me is when they're like an actual pencil, I find that they can be pretty tough and like can drag. Whereas if they're in like a retractable rub, they're a little bit more creamy. So it's kind of just like personal preference and what you like. I do have like really bad dry chapped lips, so I usually don't really go for something that like tugs. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this looks like and how many times I'm going to say I'm interested. Of course I'm interested, that's why I bought the box. But anyways, last up is this palette here from Prestige, or I think that might be the name, maybe Suva Beauty, and Prestige is the name of the palette. It comes with a covering, a mirror, and these are the shadows, which are like, nice, like everyday looks. I mean, nothing like too like crazy, exciting or like innovative. But I mean, if you kind of like that thing, I think you'll like this. I don't know how it performs, but we'll see. And this retails for $34, and it's a versatile warm and cool tone palette featuring 6 highly pigmented shimmers and matte shadows and 2 brilliant highlighters, which you can also, you could use these on the eyes as well. And it looks like there's 2 actual like shimmers and then 2 mattes that have like sparkles in them, so they're not like true mattes, although they could just blend away when you apply the eyeshadow. But yeah, so I'm just going to swatch these real quick for you guys in case you're interested in that. Okay, so I went ahead and took that mask off. Like I said, I'm not really going to be able to tell a difference until like I like really try it out every day. I mean, it didn't like leave my face feeling like super tacky or anything, and it didn't feel like it like super dried my skin out, but I probably could use a good moisturizer right now. But yeah, that's just kind of where I stand on that one. And as far as the palette, we have Poetic, which looks like it has a little bit of kick up in the pan there. And then we have Structure and Aesthetic, which that one felt, I don't know, felt kind of like chalky, but they all pretty like chalky. The shimmer felt okay. That one, this one here, Aesthetic, felt super chalky. And there was a decent amount of kick up in the pan. So I definitely think this is something that you would want to do your eyeshadow before your foundation. I mean, I don't really know how it's going to perform on the eyes, but just seeing how much fallout's in the pan, on the safe side, I would probably use this before you put like your base products down. But anyways, we have Tact here, and then Balance and Conscious, which that one didn't feel chalky like Aesthetic did. And this one's more of like something I would use to like set my eyelids or like use as like a highlight, because it's really more or less like my skin tone. But that's what those look like, and it looks like it does have like glitter, like loose glitter. So I mean, you don't necessarily not have to put it in the crease. It's just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And then lastly, we have Era and Theory, which are the highlighters, which again, you could just use, you know, for eyeshadow. But one looks like a really pretty, like, light, like, champagne-y gold. And the other one is more on, like, the, like, I don't know, like a pinkish purple type highlight. So, I mean, if those are colors you like, you know, you could definitely get, I wouldn't really use that as a highlighter. I mean, I would use this one. But this one would look really pretty on the eyes. So that is everything swatched in the palette. So I'm just going to apply some MAC Paint Pot on the eyes, zoom in a little bit closer, and we'll get to playing around in the palette. Okay, eyes are primed, the eyebrows are good, and so the only thing I noticed about this palette is it doesn't really have good like transition. So like this could be good to start, but then you either have to go in with this dark brown here or like this dark purple. So I think I'm just going to start out with Poetic in the crease and then jump into the BH Sylvia palette and take Obsessed and probably S Club, or maybe mix them together and build up that crease, and then go into those like deeper, darker colors. So that's just kind of like where I am as far as what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take this Morphe M518, which is just a nice little fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into that Poetic. I'm going to dust it off, and as you can see, there's a decent amount of kick up, whatever, in the pan. And so you definitely like want to tap it off. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I don't like to set my base. So we'll see how it blends on like a more tackier base. But I do have a feeling that this is going to be a shadow that's not really going to show up. I think it's just more or less going to be like a nice like base for the other shadows to blend on. It looks like once you like really blend that shadow out, the glitter kind of just disappears. So I mean, that's not, you know, necessarily a bad thing. And I mean, it's not showing up at all. So I mean, I guess it is what it is. So like I say, I'm just gonna take Obsessed and S Club and just build up that crease. And obviously, if you don't have this palette, then you can go into any eyeshadow palette you have and use, you know, those shadows. By the way, if you can hear like water, it's because it's raining and it's like running off my roof, and I'm just really hoping it's not gonna like pick up. Alright, so that's what I have so far. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so I think I'm going to go into Conscious here, that darker brown. And I'm just going to take it on this Morphe M433. Again, there's a little bit of kick up in the pan with that one, not as bad as Poetic. Still going to tap off the excess. And I'm just mainly going to focus this on the outer corner and a little bit into the crease. I'm not going to take it like too far up. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into the BH palette and just take that Obsessed color and blend out the crease. So it should look something like that. So I think I'm just going to go off camera, do the same thing to the other eye, and then carve out the crease, and then we'll come back and finish up with some shimmer shades. Okay, so I carved out the crease, and I think I'm going to take Balance here, which is more of like a coppery brown, and I think I'm going to focus that more on like the outer half. It's a really like pretty bronzy, like, I don't know, looks kind of like a really shiny penny, I guess would be a good way to describe it. And then I think I'm just gonna dip into Era, which is like one of the highlighter shades, and I'm going to put that on the inner part. Which I don't feel like is as pigmented, which is okay because they're like more or less like highlighters. So you might have to like build this up a little bit, or maybe like put some like, you know, setting spray on your finger. But it is a really pretty color. So that's what we got so far. So I think I'm going to put on some mascara, maybe some lashes, maybe do a liner, and then apply the rest of my like face like base products, and then we'll jump back on here and finish up the lower line. No, I think we'll do the powder next. So yeah, be right back. Okay, so I got my foundation and concealer on. So I'm just going to take that Pretty Vulgar setting powder. As you can see, I'm pretty like dewy. So, and I did that so we could like test out like how mattifying it is. So I'm just going to take this little puff here. And I will have everything that's on my face down below, in case you guys are wondering. But alright. So I can definitely see that it has mattified, but looking up close, it has done a really good job of setting. My pores do look minimized. So far, so good. Looks like it has like a yellow tint to it, but I don't find that it's like making my concealer or anything go like dark. Oh yeah. Oh, nice and smooth. It doesn't feel like super drying under the eyes. The true test for me though is my nose. I find that a lot of powders like cling and just don't look very good on my nose. So I usually use that as like the true test, and the same goes as the middle of my forehead. So that's like the true test of powders. It does look a little bit powdery on my nose, but I think once we set it with some setting spray, it won't look like as powdery. But yeah, I really do like that powder. I don't know how well it's going to make it last. Hopefully I can remember to leave down in the description box like how well it wore. I'm wearing foundation and concealer that, you know, I know how it wears, so I know, you know, if it helps with the lasting power or not. But it is kind of just like clinging to like areas I don't really want it to cling to. I don't know, we'll see once I like set everything down. I'm just gonna take just a fluffy brush and just set the rest of my face. Yeah, so far, other than like here and like on the sides, I think it looks pretty good. So I think while we're here, we're just going to finish up the lower lash line. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it kind of simple and just dip into that Conscious here on this like little E11 ColourPop like flat shader brush. And I'm just going to like push it super close to like the lash line on the outer edge there. And I'm going to like kind of connect it up into there. And then I'm going to be really careful and really push it right on my lash line as I get closer to the inner corner. Like that. I'm just going to do the same to the other side. Okay, and then real quick, I think I'm going to run my eyeliner on my bottom lash line. Like that. And then I'm going to dip back into that BH palette. And I'm just going to take this little Luxie, what is this? Luxie 141. And just dip back into that Obsessed from the BH Cosmetic. And I'm just going to use that to buff out that brown shadow we just lined. And I'm just going to dip back into that Era, the one we put on the very inner part, and I'm just going to like run that right underneath like my tear duct and kind of connect it a little bit into that darker shade there. Especially since we don't really have like a highlighter, like inner corner highlighter, I'm really going to like pack that Era shade to just brighten up the inner corner. And then I'm also going to take it on my brow bone. Just like that. And then that is the finished look. Pretty simple, straightforward kind of look. I'm just going to quickly put some of that same inner corner on my cheekbone as a highlight. And this one is pretty like kick-uppy in the pan, so I would just like tap off the excess, but it is a really pretty, like I said, like a lighter, like champagne-y gold color, so it's typically a color I would like gravitate towards, unlike the other one where it's more of like a pinky or like purple. Which I think if I would have went with a more like purpley look, I probably would use that as like a highlighter just to kind of like tie everything in together. I mean, it's like really pretty. And then I'm just going to jump off camera, do my bronzer and my blush, and then we'll finish up with the lips. Okay, so now onto the lips. By the way, after I sprayed my like Couture setting spray, it like really like melted everything together, so now it doesn't look like super powdery over my upper lip or my nose. Sorry if you can hear my little one. But anyways, I was going to apply this like on my bare lips just so you can like get an idea of what it looks like without anything. It definitely has like like pink and purple glitter to it. And I don't think I've ever used a Tart gloss. It smells really good. So, I mean, it's not something I would wear on its own, that's for sure. But I mean, if you like, you know, glitter, maybe just like add a little something, then maybe you might like this. But like I said, usually, like, me and glitter just aren't, like, you know, the best of friends or anything. But yeah, I mean, it's really pretty, but just don't think I'd wear it like on its own. Alright, so I'm just gonna take that Bodyography lip pencil and just line it. It's like a really nice, like, everyday kind of like nudie color. Okay. I like how it applied. It didn't feel like super stiff or like it was like tugging, which is really nice. I think I'm just going to kind of color most of that in. I think this little Charlotte Tilbury thing I used I used my 4 points to get. I think it looked really nice together. Oh yeah. And then just going to take that gloss again. No, I really don't want to. But anyways, just going to focus this mainly on like the center of my lips. I know it's not going to last like super long, you know, it is a gloss. But it doesn't feel like sticky or gloopy. I mean, it has like a really nice like formula for a gloss, and that's usually what I look for. I don't want something like super sticky. And I don't feel like it's going to like slick all over the place. But just using it on the center of my lips with like something underneath, I don't really see the glitter. It really just looks like I'm wearing like a clear lip gloss. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I kind of like this better on its own, or not on its own, better with something underneath it than on its own. So I'm just going to quickly run down everything and kind of give like my initial thoughts. So for the charcoal mask, again, I'm going to have to like really try it for, you know, the next couple weeks or months to really see if it does anything. Like I said, I'm not usually like a big fan of like masks that you apply with like your hands. I'm more of like a sheet mask kind of person. But I mean, it's still something, you know, I would like to try. So there's that. I like the lip liner. It was nice and smooth. It didn't drag. I keep getting lipstick on my teeth. Lovely. I'm curious to see, you know, how long it's going to last, if it's going to, you know, make the lipstick last any longer. A nice, like, nudie color, something I would definitely use with a lot of my lipsticks, so I like that. Again, the lip gloss I like better with something under it than by itself. And so I think when I do wear it, I'm definitely going to have, like, a lipstick or a liquid lipstick on underneath it. And I like the way it smells, and I like the juiciness, I guess, of the way it makes my lips look. And then the Pretty Vulgar powder. So far, I really like it, even though it's like a semi-matte, demi-matte type finish. It doesn't feel like it's super drying. It's not like picking up on any patches. It looks good on my nose. Now that I've set it, it looks good like up here in this region. So hopefully I can remember to let you know how well it made my makeup last. Again, I'm wearing stuff that I know how good, you know, it wears throughout the day. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to keep giving this a go. And then lastly, the eyeshadow palette. I think it's alright. I mean, it's not like, you know, super wowing or anything. I mean, there's like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's upside down. But there is just so much like kick up in the pan. Which, I mean, like I said, it doesn't really necessarily bother me, but it is super messy. This one feels super chalky. This one's not bad. I love the color of this one. I won't really get much uses out of these because I don't really set my eyelids. And this one just didn't really show up on me. So, I mean, is it alright? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm not like super wowed by it by any means, but I mean, will I use it? Maybe, we'll see, you know, if I do another eyeshadow declutter. But I'm definitely going to keep playing around with it and try it. I'm going to try with the shades I didn't use and see how well I liked it. And so far, I mean, there's a little bit of creasing, but I mean, I have hooded eyelids, so eyeshadows tend to crease. But hopefully I can again remember to like leave an update of, you know, if it wore off, certain areas wore off, you know, stuff like that. But overall, am I wowed by it? No, not really. So, I mean, it's kind of like a 50-50 trial and error, you know, type thing. I will like leave the overall value of the box somewhere on the screen. I mean, I'm not like terribly excited. For the most part, these, you know, these two are you know, are going to be, you know, hopefully in my everyday routine, or, you know, something I use more often. Whereas, you know, I don't really necessarily wear glasses, but it wasn't bad. And, you know, again, you know, it's just more of like a personal preference type thing. So, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like the best. So, that's how I feel about that. Let me know down in the comments if you guys subscribe to BOXYCHARM. You know, if you do, did you like what you got in this month's box? Did you get something different? If you did, what'd you get? You know, I love interacting with you guys down there. And if you're new here, hi, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you enjoyed my video today. And if you did, make sure you give this a big thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell while you're down there so you're notified every time I upload a video. And this is just not going to stay off my teeth. And yeah, guys, until next time, see ya.